All right, boys and girls, today we're going to do two lessons. One is division is equal sharing, and one is division related to subtraction. What I want you to do is open your books to page 251. Help your neighbor get there if they're not there. We have to go really fast today. So, workbooks to 251. And our lesson that we're going to start with is division is equal sharing. Our essential question is, what does division mean? And I want you to say that with me. What does division mean? By now, we should be on example 1 on page 251. And above Math in My World, it says, one way to divide is to find the number in each group. This can be done by equal sharing. Example 1 says that Nolan feeds 6 carrots, and I want you to underline 6. And I cannot do that on my screen, but you should do that in your book. Equally to 3 rabbits, and I want you to underline that too. How many carrots does each rabbit get? And now you should circle your question. To do this, we're going to take his 3 rabbits and we're going to divide the carrots up. Nolan only has 6 carrots, so he can't get any more, which means that he's going to give this rabbit 1 carrot, this rabbit 1 carrot, and this rabbit 1 carrot. And that's 3, so we're going to start over again. His first rabbit gets a carrot, his second rabbit gets a carrot, and his third rabbit gets a carrot. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carrots. Those are all of Nolan's 6 carrots. Once we've done that, we are going to write a division sentence to represent the problem. A division sentence is a number sentence that uses the operation of division. So, Nolan had 6 carrots divided equally, or equally shared by 3 rabbits. That means that he can give each rabbit 2 carrots. So, 6 divided by 3 equals 2. There are 2 carrots for each rabbit. Okay, now we're on example 2 on page 252. So if your neighbor is not on 252, help them out. Example 2 says 15 scouts, and I want you to underline 15, equally shared 3 tents. How many scouts are in each tent? That's something we need to question. Circle, because it's our question. Place 1 counter, or scout, at a time next to each tent until all of the counters are gone. Draw a sketch of your counters. Now, I don't have counters, so we're going to use mints. So I have my 15 scouts right here. 1 goes in 1 tent, 1 goes in another tent, and 1 goes in a third tent. I've still got more scouts, so I'm going to do that again. I'm going to divide them up. They're going to equally share the tents until I don't have any more scouts to go into tents. You can do this with your counters. And we should see that this tent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in the My Drawing, what I want you to do is next to your 3 tents, draw those 5 scouts in each tent. On the line. Then we have that 15 scouts divided by 3/10 equals 5 in each. So we should have 15, 3, and 5. That also means that 15 divided by 3 equals 5. There will be 5 scouts in each tent. Okay, boys and girls, now that we've finished our first lesson, I want you to turn your page to 257. We're not going to worry about homework right now, so just turn your page to 257. Now we're going to look at relating division and subtraction. Our essential question is still, what does division mean? In this case, we're going to look at how we can subtract to divide. So example 1 says, a designer makes 15 dresses, so underline 15, in equal numbers of red, blue, or yellow. Red, blue, or yellow means that there are 3 different colors. So I have 15 total dresses. In 3 colors. You can write that off to the side if you think that that's going to help you. How many dresses of each color are there? That's a question, so we need to circle it. I want you to write a number 1 above that because the next thing tells us to write a division symbol with a division sentence with a symbol for the unknown, then solve. So, one thing we have to do is answer our question. Another thing we have to do is write a sentence. A third thing we have to do is solve. 15 divided by 3 equals, our gray square is unknown. You can see that in your book. That is our division sentence that is written for us. One way we can do this is to use models. So, you've got your 3 dresses here, and I'm going to draw 3 dresses on my board so that you can follow along. I want you to place 1 counter on each dress until you've used all 15 counters. I'm going to take my 15 mints that we used as counters earlier to represent the 3 dresses. So, she makes 1 red dress, 1 blue dress, and 1 yellow dress. Now she can make another one. We still have counters left. We're going to do this over and over again until we've gotten rid of all 15 counters. We have to be careful that we've only gotten 15 counters so we can do this. When you count that up, you should see that there are 5 dresses of each color. So our unknown, that number we didn't know that we were solving for, is 5. So 15 divided by 3, 15 dresses broken up into those 3 colors, is 5 dresses each. That's not the only way we can solve this though. I can get rid of these counters and I can use a number line. And our book says that we can use a number line. I want you to look at the number line in your book, and I'm going to make one here. Now, we start off with 15 dresses. I count back 3, or I subtract 3. 15 minus 3 is 12. That represents minus 3. I'm going to subtract 3 again, and 12 minus 3, I know, is 9. 9 minus 3, because I'm continuing to repeatedly subtract. Much like multiplication is repeated addition, division can be seen as repeated subtraction. I'm going to do this all the way until I get to 0. Now I can count. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I got the same answer both times. I subtracted groups of 3 5 times. So I know that 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Once you finish this, I want you to turn your page and go to example 2. Example 2, and your book wants you to use repeated subtraction to find 10 divided by 2. So 10 divided by 2, those are the numbers we're going to underline. They're the numbers we're using. Then we need to write a division sentence. So 1 goes over the word use, 2 goes over the word write. Those are the 2 things we have to do. One way is to use a number line. I'm going to subtract 2 over and over again from 10 until I get to 0. So 10 minus 2 is 8. 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. And that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different bumps. When I started at 10, I counted back by 2s until I reached 0. How many times did we subtract? We subtracted 5 times. So 10 divided by 2 equals 5. We should be writing both of our 5s. Another way is to use repeated subtraction. So I start with 10 minus 2, which I know equals 8. That is one subtraction problem. I come up here, and now 8 minus 2 equals 6. That is a second subtraction problem. 6 minus 2 equals 4. 4 minus 2 equals 2. And that's the fourth problem that I've done. 2 minus 2 equals 0. That is the fifth. So I did 5 different subtraction problems. How many times did I subtract? I subtracted 5 times, which means that 10 divided by 2 equals 5. At this point, you have one exit ticket that you need to complete in your Google